Us to get into further conversation. Of course, you know it's Christmas, and right now, as for Citi, we don't spare when it comes to Christmas. Everything is about Christmas in this season, and we're going to be talking about tech that you need to pay attention to for you and your family. Tech rules for you and your family. All right, and Stephen Nase Brady has joined us in the studio, and he's going to take us into that conversation. Stephen.
Good morning, people.
How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, Fiona.
Good morning, Ase.
Are we ready for situation?
We've been ready since last year.
You bet.
The moment we closed from situation 2021, we started getting ready for situation 2022. So we've been ready since then.
Awesome.
Are you ready?
I'm coming.
Fantastic. Yeah.
No kidding.
But Christmas is here, you know, and the family is home.
Exactly. All the buggers are in.
Everybody
exactly. Is in. It's great. Yeah. And Christmas is also when we receive a lot of gadgets. So we get all our iPads, our smartwatches and all those things.
Yeah.
So we need to set some rules. But Christmas ideally should be family time to bond, to do stuff together. So we want some rules.
Okay.
That will make everybody feel comfortable during the Christmas. The first rule is that spend less time with the gadgets.
Okay.
Now, one of the things I don't like is when you invite people to come, let's say for dinner, family dinner. Then people come or just come for comedy, sit there on this when they are still on their phone.
Everyone is on their phones, and there's dead silence.
We invite you because you love your company.
Exactly.
We want to have conversations with you, have a few drinks, eat stuff. So spend less time with the gadgets.
No, Nancy, before you even go on, do you know the funny thing? Sometimes people are sitting next to each other and they are forwarding stuff to them.
Yeah. They take pictures.
Do you get it?
I know.
And they are forwarding stuff. Can't you even talk about it?
So I would like to add this to this particular rule.
Yeah.
That when you visit, right, if people come to your house, have a basket.
Yes.
Little basket by the door. Everybody drops their phone in there, and you only pick up your phone either on an emergency or you are leaving.
But I have a question on that. So you keep your phone there. But how do you know the call coming in is an emergency call?
No, when you have to make an emergency call.
No, but what if there's an emergency outside and they have to reach you?
You know something? What were we doing? Think about this. We've been doing Christmas for 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. What were we doing, let's say in the 80s, when we didn't have mobile phones? How are we dealing with emergencies?
We are in the 2000s.
I think emergencies are usually made up.
I think that
it's perceived.
No, but I think that maybe for calls, so you keep your phones in the basket. I agree, but if it rings, maybe you should pick up. Now I say that if it's not an emergency, don't spend more than 60 seconds on it, you know. And because I think usually it's rather people going on social media and all that. That is what really takes the time. Not calls. Not calls.
To help with the calls.
Yeah.
People who call us also should know there's something called missed call.
Yeah, it's true.
If I don't have beef with you, I'll definitely call you back.
Yeah.
So unless it's an emergency, one ring, I don't pick it. Just leave it.
Yeah.
I'll call you when I'm done what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now this is what I often recommend. Because you also want people to really involve in the conversation or at dinner table, whatever. Set time for phones. Yeah. So people come, they'll spend, let's say, 4 hours for lunch. Set some time. So maybe for 15 minutes, everybody, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But once you're done, so for some of us who maybe want to send messages to people, let people know, all right.
That 15-minute block.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't be available. So everybody feels, then put the phones in the basket, like I say.
Yeah.
Now the rule, for a lot of people, when they go out to eat, they have this kind of rule.
Exactly.
Where the person whose phone rings takes up the bill or whatever. Now this time for Christmas, one of the things we don't like about Christmas is washing up after.
It's not only Christmas.
Yeah, so the person whose phone rings has to do the washing up.
No, actually, if you bring that to me, I wash up all day, all night. I don't mind. I actually love washing up.
Now, if you bring that to me, I'm sure I even turn my phone off.
Exactly. that's
I will not wash. I can cook all the food, but that's what the boss did. Charlie, it's not my calling.
Yeah. So agree the time to check messages, do all those things. I mean, if it's movies, also one of the things I often say is that everybody's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
So if you're not careful, people may want to watch different things on their phones. Plan family movie time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people don't leave to go into their room to go and watch their
Go
own
and watch
movie.
their own thing. Yeah.
So you agree, if people are spending, let's say, a couple of days, they've come from abroad, spend a couple of days. All right, today you are choosing the movie we're all watching on the screen.
Yeah.
So we're all watching the same movie while we're sitting on the sofa watching the movie. Nobody's on their phone. You choose the movie today, tomorrow another person chooses it. And these days, I mean, we can all do that. So recommend a movie, everybody feels part of it. You don't feel that, no, I'm being forced to watch a movie.
We can
I
even
don't like.
even debate it. You know, it could be a game. Okay, so I'm saying we should watch this.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? Can we vote on it? I mean, just make it lively.
Make it fun.
A bit fun, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one. The second one is that during this time also, we share a lot of pictures. And I had your conversation with AJ that when you go to some events, there are places you don't have to take pictures.
No.
Because people have security issues.
Thank you very much. You
It's
know.
very important.
Yeah. Go have the fun, go home. Go and sleep and keep quiet.
When you went with who you should not have gone with.
Not necessarily.
that's
No,
not
I
even that good.
disagree. You know, because there are certain places that, for instance, I have made it a point that stuff that are very personal, you know,
Exactly.
I don't want to put it out there.
No.
So I go out to certain places, even with my children, you know, these are not things I really want to share.
publicize, yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes it's not just stolen goods and, you know, imports and exports, you know, contraband goods. Sometimes genuinely, you really don't want to put certain part of your life on social media.
There are two other things. I mean, one also is the fact that these days everybody's broke. So people see you partying around
People
and
are
you
not
saved
broke,
towards
oh.
well,
Ghana is broke. Oh.
Ghana is
the
broke.
human
yeah.
beings are not broke. Oh.
That's true. But let's say you, Kweku,
Yeah.
you've saved a bit, you are chilling small. Then people put pictures of you chilling on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
The next day somebody calls you to ask for a loan. And you say, then
Family
you feel you
members
are
are
being
calling.
mean. I mean, don't grasp people.
Exactly.
Okay,
Let's
so-
just all say that, Charlie, the system is hard.
So take the pictures, all right, but seek people's permission before you put them on social media. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, when we've had a few drinks and stuff, things can happen.
Exactly.
Whether it's even family karaoke we are doing and somebody's not singing nice, don't go and put those
Yeah.
pictures online.
Don't
It's very, very
embarrass
important.
people.
No, don't embarrass people. And then another rule is no gadgets behind the door in the bedroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when you allow, I mean, in the bedroom, you want to really enjoy, I mean, each other's company. So don't bring the gadgets in there. There are new gadgets that you get, and sometimes some of these gadgets, you're still trying to get used to them. So there's some kind of ringtone or some alarm on it that you haven't even set. Every second, that's going to go off and disrupts everything. Well, let's not do those things.
No, but if you're sleeping alone, the phone is a companion.
I know what you mean, but sometimes it disturbs other people too. You could be on your phone in your room, and next door, people will be sleeping and they will hear all sorts.
Hey, if your wall is like that today, I tell you, sorry. If the person in your next room can hear your conversation,
Then-
God help them with other things they can hear, man.
Not even just you, but I mean, when family come, there are
Yeah,
multiple
of
people in
course,
the
of
room.
Well, a lot of
course,
people
yeah.
are in the house, so
Yes.
people
The
can
house,
hear
so people-
conversations.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't do those things. I mean, these are very, very important. The other thing is that whether we like it or not, COVID is still around.
True.
And sanitize those gadgets.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. Sanitize those gadgets so that you don't pass them, because I mean, we take pictures and you pass your phone around. Oh, look at the pictures from this, and we are just
Yeah,
passing
spreading
around.
virus.
So sanitize them. The next one I want to talk about is even the dinner, the lunch or whatever. In Ghana, we do chicken or turkey, or this is some people do, I mean, whatever.
No, we do
But-
pork.
Yeah, pork. But last year, for example, I think when we had this conversation, we discovered Big Jollof, if you remember, from BBC Good Food.
Yeah, that's true.
So be a bit, I mean, but to go online, even on YouTube, you'll find different recipes and
Yeah.
try them. So during the Christmas, you're just adding a bit to.
Yeah.
So that's another one.
Yeah.
Don't play the same old boring music. These days, even Kwampa have their music on.
Yeah,
Stuff
Exactly.
like release a new one.
Yeah.
So create a playlist for the Christmas.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
it play to it. So people will feel you're all listening to the same music. Nobody can say, me, I want to listen to this one. Another person want to listen to that one.
Bonnie
Very
M is
important.
tired.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Bonnie M is tired.
We have squeezed all the life
All the
out of
juice
Yeah.
out of Bonnie M. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, very, very important. Again, when we talked about, I mean, but when you go out too with people for all these events, also don't spend half the time sitting there on your phone. You are there to watch, let's say, play together.
Yeah.
Watch it and chat about the play. The play. Don't be there on your phone to another person who's not even there. These are all things.
Yeah.
So for me, we can't stop people from using their gadgets, but let's have some rules.
Exactly.
So that people will still be
And
able
respect.
to respect.
You know, because some of these actions you might think is nothing, but it's very, very rude and disrespectful. Very.
Because of the kind of clients I have, I may end up working some days during the Christmas. Discuss it with the family so they know, all right, on this day, you need to spend, let's say, the morning back in the office or even in the house on your emails, and you'll be part of the company. Because these gadgets, our emails are on them. So you still get people sending you stuff, and you need to really agree with the family that, no, I'm going to be doing these things, and so give me time. So just respect the word you use.
Because, you know, sometimes you are talking to somebody and they're on their phone. And they finish and say, oh, sorry. I was sending a message. What were you saying? Really?
Very important.
Charlie, that thing is so offensive.
No, I think that we need to make the effort to bring some sense of properness, and you know, and it's like we always pride ourselves in saying that as Ghanaians we're well-cultured people, but you should also see that we are losing a lot of that through some of these things. You know?
Phone etiquette's very important.
Not just the phone. I mean, all the gadgets. Because I mean, for a lot of us who wear smartwatches now, even when your phone is away from you,
you have
it
it
rings
here.
on this one. You get the alerts on this one, so you can't run away from it. Just make the time for it and agree with the rest of the family and friends that this is what we're going to do. Between 11 and 12 o'clock, you can do whatever you want to do. 12 o'clock lunchtime, put everything away. You know, if your phone rings during that time, you do the dishes.
No, I really like that. Yeah, because I know I'll get a lot of people in my home.
And if you can't do the dishes, then you turn off your phone.
Because as simple as that.
Not for dishes, everybody can do.
And those of us also who like to call people, let's know there's something called missed call.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, let's know there's something called missed calls. So if you call me once, twice, and I don't pick it, unless I have beef with you, I'll definitely call you back.
Don't call twice.
No.
No, because the thing is, when you call, it doesn't just beep. It rings for a long time. So if I'm not picking...
In fact, I think I'm going to return to a rule I had before. If it rings 3 times and you don't pick, I end the call. I'm expecting you to call me back. And I will tell you, please do not call more than once at any point in time. I will return every missed call I see.
And for me, if it is that urgent, people probably will be in meetings, people will be at certain places, they can't pick phone calls, you are just disturbing everybody. There is something also called a text message. If you call, they don't pick. If you really need to send a message across, send a message, send a text.
Urgent, I need to speak to you.
Exactly, there's an emergency. Please call me now. Stop calling us back to back. What is that? We don't owe you.
Simple rules like that. I mean, all I'll say to end it is, as a family, agree on a few rules to allow people to have their gadgets with them, but also to not make the gadgets, interfere with all the fun you want to have, and you'll be fine.
It makes a lot of sense.
I like it. Well, I think that it's important for us to pay attention to some of these things to enhance and make, you know, a more beautiful family experience this Christmas.
And let's chill.
Yeah, let's chill.
Oh, for chilling we will. See you next week.
How do people get in touch with you then?
On Twitter. It's at Nase.
At Nase on Twitter. Fantastic. All right. Well, the chilling is happening. 24th. Don't miss it. All right. You know what we're talking about. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.